Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we're going to be talking about this, which is our activity advent calendar. So if you want to find out a little bit more and hear about why I do it and some of the activities behind it, then keep watching. I think I'm going to start with why I do this at all, and I want you to watch this video and take from it what speaks to you. I don't want you to watch it and feel pressured. I don't want you to watch it and feel like whatever you choose to do instead isn't good enough. I don't want you to watch it and think badly of me or think it's silly, because this is our tradition, and if it's something that works for you, that's great, but otherwise that's cool, because I bet your traditions are flipping amazing too. As an example, I don't do Elf on the Shelf, but I do this. So I've been doing it since Bill was little, like I'm talking teeny tiny. I saw the idea, I loved it, and then kind of went from there. And what it is that obviously we get chocolate calendars and they're great. And that's what I had as a kid, by the way, so I ain't knocking it if that's what you do, because I loved my chocolate calendar as a kid. Do you remember when they made them, an advent calendar chocolate just tasted different than any other kind of chocolate? It wasn't even that good of a chocolate, but it was just so exciting to wake up every morning and have your mum and dad go, yeah, you can eat chocolate first. It was, those days are the best. Now, what I do with this is that it's just a reminder to sort of soak up what Christmas really means and the joy that it can bring. Now, a lot of these activities will probably be ones that you do anyway, so it's not extra work. It's more just about reminding me about what's important, which is, while Christmas is really busy, and it's a lot of pressure for us mums in particular, I know, trust me, I know, we all know, but it's about just soaking up that extra time together, doing things that mean that you're spending extra quality time with your kids where you can, and just doing things that just make you smile, because honestly, you know, Christmas for me is very much a feeling, and I must say this quite every year, but it's from the Grinch, and it's, what if Christmas in fact didn't come from a store? What if Christmas in fact means a little bit more? And it's just that idea about, like, I just want to show my kids that I love them, basically. So these activities are all a mixture of various different things. Some are spend free, some are a little bit of spend involved in them, and I will just share what we do. So I'm going to start with the calendar itself. Now, this one came as a blank canvas, which is, you know, ironic because it is kind of canvas fabric, but anyway, it was from Hobbycraft. If you are that way inclined and a little bit crafty, or you've never been before, this is such a fab place to go for Christmas decorations. I have some of those bristle brush trees from there, really affordable, fantastic place to go, and I always check there for like Halloween, Christmas, Easter. Love all of the crafts, both for myself as a person who enjoys creating things, and also the kids too. So this came completely blank, and then all the extras I bought separately, so it wasn't very expensive at all. So I bought these little felt decorations. I bought some, I've got a piece of fluff stuck to my finger, so it's gonna get off. There we go. I bought some little paper ones, like a little Father Christmas there, a little To Santa letter, and I bought all of the numbers individually. When I got all of this, like, these little packs were like £1 or so, things like that, not really very expensive at all. And what is nice about this is that when it's done for the year, you can roll it up and it stays nice and protected, and it's not super bulky, because there are some that you can get that are like 3D big ones, and this takes up a lot less space. The pockets are also really ample sized. These are also a really good option for anyone that may have to go dairy free, or if you are vegan, for example, or your kids aren't a big fan of chocolate. If you get a calendar like this, then you can customize what you do and what you put in there. And the main thing that I would suggest getting, this is actually from Amazon, this glue gun, because my Hobbycraft one died to death and I needed one like really quickly and didn't have time to go out. So I replaced this earlier on this year. They are so affordable. Comes with a load of glue sticks and they are a game changer. I especially like this one because it has an on and off switch, which some don't. They just come on as you plug them in. They're really, really safe. They're not, you know, like super glue, once it's stuck, that's it. So if you get it on anything, you're like fucked. This is a lot easier to use because the glue dries hard, like in blobs, so you can pick it off things if you need to. It's just fantastic. I've used it for like wreath making, and I use it for kids' homework all the time, especially when they've got like crafty things. I use it for fixing stuff around the house, and I'm obsessed. So if you've not got one in your life, get one and you will be amazed at how useful they can be. And then in here, I really like to collect and look after the things that I get for like Christmas or any other decoration, and this is part of my storage. And as you can see here on the little sticker that I put on, it says Christmas wrapping, and in here, in the depth of here somewhere, these are all Christmas gift bags that we got last year that we decided to save and reuse because it's better for the environment. Leftover bits of wrapping paper, we've got a gift box, it's a random bag in here, but there's all sorts, and I will bring this out every year. But in here is also all the little bits that I use to sort of customize this calendar. So if you give me a sec, I'll find them. This was my little bag that I had left with some spares last year, which also had this in it as well, and that is how I made them. So I bought these little gift cards, and I've only got 2 left, so I'm hoping I can still make everything work. But I bought them from Hobbycraft and they were just plain with no stamp, and then this little stamper here cuts snowflakes, so it looks like that. And you can get loads of different types, and I would really recommend having an AZ because you can, as I'm showing you here, reuse things for years to come. But other options, you can use like other different gift tags. Like this is a little bit of a smaller one. These are some IKEA ones that we had left over from last year, which will just get used for presents this year. But you don't have to do what I'm doing, basically. You can do what, you know, speaks to you, your kind of style. And what's nice, because you're making it yourself, you can customize it in a way that suits you as well. So with that being said, I'm now going to run through each of these and just read them out, and I can talk about what I do, like any cost implications, things like that. So the one on the top of the list, and this is in no particular order, is it's Christmas tree day. So we always put our Christmas tree up on the weekend closest to the beginning of December. Sometimes that does fall in November, which would leave this card redundant, but I wouldn't throw it away. I would put it in a safe place and put it in, like, again when, you know, that date actually falls in December. But it's quite nice because it's one that we're going to do anyway. The kids know it's coming, but it's no extra work for me. So that's the first one. This one is Let's Put Your Christmas Bedding On. I bought the kids Christmas bedding. I think I was thinking of Christmas pudding. Christmas bedding years and years ago, and I just reuse it every year. So there is a cost if it is something that you choose to do in start, but these things can be reused. You don't need everything brand new every year because it's just pointless. So that would be one that I do. So I basically, they go to school. When they come home, all of their bedrooms are made up with their Christmas bedding on, and that is a little gift from me, and it takes me about half an hour, and I run up and do it, and it's cute. They really enjoy it. Next one that goes up with that is new Christmas pajamas. Now these first few that I've shown you I normally do quite early on in the calendar because then they get the most use out of them. So I've already got their Christmas pajamas, and I got them discounted with it was like a pre, you know, H&M have like family member offers, like a pre-Black Friday one, and I got them for about, like, I think the younger cheese were about £6 and Bill was under a tenner. So again, there's something that they'll really enjoy, and it's just a little treat for me. It's not too expensive. Next one, let's find some Christmas lights. Go and find some Christmas lights. So this is what we do. We give the kids dinner, and they get in their pyjamas and bundle up warm. They normally have their hoodies on and their slippers. You get in the car, and there's an estate near to me in like the next town over that raises money every year, and they all put Christmas lights out on their houses and on the road and stuff, and they raise money for like a local charity, and that's like all at their discretion, arranged by them, and we visit every year and go and look at the lights, and it is magical. We put Christmas music on in the car, and it costs us nothing but our donation. And if you join local Facebook groups, you join like, I don't know, you ask around at school, things like that, you will probably find somewhere near to you that has a good selection of Christmas lights. There's always one, and it's really, really worth just doing a bit of homework now and finding where you can go. You might already know of a road that is particularly fantastic, or maybe you live in a village or a town or somewhere like that that is just amazing anyway for that sort of thing. You just drive around, and it is the most amazing feeling. And then normally when we come home, I'll make them like a hot chocolate, and then it's a real family time, and it's really special. So we always do that one, and I'm already excited thinking about it now. The next one is let's go to like a local Christmas event. So again, you might know of a Christmas event near to you. Where I live, we have like a big main road. They close it every year, so it's all pedestrian friendly, and it's on every single Christmas time. And you go, and there's mulled wine, there's local stalls, so it's really, really good for local businesses because they open their doors late. You can book space and do a stall if you want on that main road. Local restaurants do lovely grub, there's live music playing, and it's just one of those things that you go to and you come away with the warm fuzzies, and you almost just want to cry because of how happy it's made you feel. Everybody's out feeling festive, and it is honestly beautiful. It's just so great. So again, look around at your calendar and see what is local to you. Is there anything that you can do? Is there anything that's slightly similar? Get that down. And next one is let's elf ourselves. Hee hee, that's what it says. What am I? There's an app called Elf Yourself. I'm sure you've seen it before, and the kids love it. We do it every year, and I always have it downloaded on my phone ready. And when this comes on, we all take new photos of ourselves, and it like superimposes your face onto an elf that's dancing. And there are loads of different songs that you can do. We like the one, it's like a We Wish You a Merry Catmas. It's like a cat Christmas one, and the kids find it hilarious. And the elves do all these funny dances, like when they're shaking their bums, and what really, really gets them going and makes them giggle their heads off is when we superimpose like the dog and the cat's faces onto the elves, and then they just lose it. And we've got rats this year, so I can bet your bottom dollar that I will be taking pictures of rats to superimpose onto an elf. But again, that is just a really easy one to do and gets a lot of giggles out of the kids. Next one, write some Christmas cards to those that you love. I encourage them to do this mainly for their friends or anyone that they, you know, like family members that they choose to send one to. A, because I think it's a really nice thing to do, and B, my kids are all quite creative anyway, and it's just something that they often ask about doing, like, can I do a Christmas card for my teacher or my friend, and this, that and the other. So we sit down and we do that together. I think it's great practice for writing. It's a nice one to stick music on in the background and just do together, and I think it also teaches them about spreading the joy of Christmas by doing something nice for somebody else. So that is a really cheap and cheerful one to do. Next one, let's do some festive baking together. Now I have a few ideas like knocking around on, say, like Instagram and things like that if you want some inspiration, but equally have a Google, buy a festive baking kit that costs you a couple of quid from the shops, whatever it might be. Just earmark a little bit of time to do something like that with your kids, because they will really, really, really appreciate it. Chocolate bark is a really easy one to do. Lay some chocolate bars down, melt it slightly, swirl them together if you've got different types of chocolate, add some sprinkles, marshmallows, chocolatey treats, and then set it in the fridge, break it up, and they can eat that as a little chocolate treat in the run up to Christmas. Really simple one, but my kids again really value the gift of time, and I think a lot of the time that's all our kids really want from us, so this is just a nice one to do, and it can take as much effort or as little effort as you want it to. Next one, North Pole breakfast. Again, you can probably do a quick Google of this and find loads of ideas, but it's like, you know, get some festive snowman crumpets from Aldi, or reindeer crumpets from Aldi, and or do some I've made cinnamon swirls into Christmas tree shapes, and we've done that before. There are loads of different things you can do. You can make a candy cane out of chopped banana and strawberry, and just alternating little discs into the shape of a candy cane shape. The choice is yours. We always have hot chocolate with ours, and it's just a bit of fun. I always earmark a weekend morning for a weekend morning for this, because obviously it would be a bit of a hectic one before school. Next one, do you want to play with snow? So I get some fake snow. You can get little tubs of this from Amazon. I've actually got a tub that lasts well into, like, you know, other years. In fact, you know what? I'm going to go and get my novelty box. You stay there and I'll go and show you. So I'm back. Right, I think these boxes were from a Argos a few years back, so I store everything in here basically, and you'll see how much stuff I've got. But do you want to play with snow? Firstly, I have fake snowballs that we have a snowball fight with every year. The box is a bit battered, which is testament to how long we've had them for, but the kids love it and leaves their little minds. Then instant snow, just add water, fluffs up like real snow, amaze your friends. Great fun, and includes a measuring cup and a scoop, and I get that out, and it's something that I bought once and I probably used it for about 4 years, and it's fine. And then along those lines, this is another one that fits in with what I have in here, which is let's play some Christmas games and puzzles after school. So we have some old Christmas puzzles anyway, but I have collected up pin the nose on a Rudolph. I've got festive bingo, and then we've got a Christmas dinner hook game, which is, again, like, these things can be reused on Christmas Day. If only you could see the state of this room. This is like Christmas is thrown up and the garage is a mess. Right, next one, read some Christmas books by the tree. So this one is a really simple one for us to do because I'm 11 years into being a mum now, so we've collected a lot of Christmas books over the years. So what I will say is that if you've got little ones, you know, you can start this now and you can build on it. And then my best advice is, like, my eldest now is getting a lot older, but keep those books safe for years and years to come, because one day you will be the best grandparents. You only need like a few little books. You could tie it in with going to the library, which is a free resource, and go and get some Christmas books and spend an afternoon in there after school. That's a really cute idea, actually. But we have a big crate which we keep all of ours in, and we just get them out every year, and it becomes really special because I actually take them out of our collection, and they only really come out in like end of November, December, so the kids are really, really excited to read them again, and some of them are real classics and mean a lot. So that's the next one. This one here says write a letter to Father Christmas. So again, this is one that I do really early on in our Christmas calendar because there are real mail deadlines. So obviously if you write to a certain address, which I'll try and remember to link down below for you, the Royal Mail, if you do it in time, you are very likely to hopefully get a reply from Father Christmas, which is really nice. But equally, you can just send one off and post one off, and sometimes the reply is not what matters. A, it's a great activity for you to get any last minute ideas, but B, it's part of the magic of Christmas, and watching them go and post their little letters into that post box on their little tippy toes is just, it's beautiful. So that's another one, which again, the cost of a stamp, and I'm sure you already have like pens and paper in and that kind of thing. This next one, you choose what we have for dinner. You'd be surprised. You probably expect your kids to try and get as much out of you as possible, but sometimes they're just like, oh, a really fancy pizza, or a really fancy this. And there has been a couple of years where, say, like Daisy loves pasta, the boys are more into pizza, so I get pizza in, and I do hear some pasta separately, but it's just a kind of a little treat. Some years they've asked for like a chippy tea. Sometimes we stretch to it like a McDonald's, but it's just something we keep in the calendar, and we know it's coming, and it's just a nice one to do for them because they feel like they've got a bit of control over everything. Next one, let's make some Christmas hot cocoa before bed. Again, hot chocolate, marshmallows, Christmas sprinkles, and a candy cane, and you are done. And all of those things are very readily accessible at this time of year, and if your family's like anything like ours, you probably have like hot chocolates quite a bit anyway in the winter months. So really simple one, but one they love, and they will get to pick a Christmas mug like this, for example, and it makes them excited. Next one, let's donate some food to the food bank. As I said before about like giving cards, I do have a couple of things that are just about trying to do something nice for other people and to be kind, and this is one of them. You might find that local supermarkets near you have food bank baskets or like donation points that you can put things into there, which is mainly what we do. If you check the Trussell's Trust website, sometimes it can be regionally broken down to see what areas near you are lacking in and what they would benefit from the most. So that's one that you know, has cost as much as you're able to budget to, but it's just one that we do every year. The next one, shall we watch a Christmas movie with Christmas popcorn? So this, we do movie nights all the time anyway in the run up to Christmas, and we always watch family movie on Sunday after a roast dinner in the autumn and winter months. So this is something that we would do anyway. Bag of popcorn, I will often lay it out on a tray, drizzle it with white chocolate, and then some red, white and green sprinkles, and then it's festive. And that's all there is to it. You can also throw some festive sweets in there, things like that. It's totally down to you, but it's just another one that's really simple to do. Next one, let's make paper chains and snowflakes. So snowflakes, kids generally will make a lot at school anyway. They all learn how to do those. But I found a paper chain little kit. You can get those from Hobbycraft as well, actually, but I got one the other day that I picked up from Sainsbury's. It was just over £1, I think. So we'll do that, and it'll be something that they can hang up in their rooms and things like that, and it makes them happy. Next one, Granny imposed Christmas ham day. So if you saw a recent video of mine, you'll know that this isn't going ahead this year, which kind of makes me a bit sad. There are loads of different factors. Obviously there's a lot going on with my family at the moment, and they've actually got my brother's dogs for a month, and they live in a bungalow, and like my granddad's obviously not very well, and it's just it's one of those where it's just not going to work for them. So I'm going to have to retire this card this year and come up with a different one. And to be honest, off the top of my head, I haven't got anything, but I'm sure I will think of something nearer the time. Next one, have a Christmas bath bomb bath. So this is normally when I get out Christmas light. So you put batteries in this. It probably needs some new ones. Oh, you can kind of see. And it rotates. I turn the lights off in the bathroom, put this on, I play Christmas music through a little portable speaker on my phone, and then we will normally pick up some like Christmas bubble bath. So cousins do one, you know, like their different scented range, they've got one, so I'll put that in. And then if I can find like a cheap bath bomb from somewhere like Home Bargains, I'll probably do that. But again, that is one I need to bathe my children anyway. And I have the like Christmas music I've got on Spotify. We're just going to, this is Monty the penguin, he comes out every year too. So that's just one that's really quick and easy for me to do. Then next one, let's go carol singing to our family. So we get in the car, me and the kids, we drive round to my grandparents, my auntie and uncle, my brother and his girlfriend, and my mum and dad, and we sing some carol songs. And the kids love doing it. It makes them happy and it makes our family smile. So again, that's another one of spreading cheer. Let's make reindeer food. I have some, and again, this is obviously saved from last year, or I think I've had this 2 years now. It's called Greener Glitter. So it's biodegradable, certified wood, clean air policy, compostable, plastic free and recycled. And you mix a bit of this with some oats, which we always have in, and we make reindeer food, and we get that ready to sprinkle out in the garden on Christmas Eve. And then I've done that one. I'm going to leave that one for last. Let's go on a pyjama walk with Merlin. So we go on a quick dog walk and we walk the dog round where we live and we look at the Christmas lights locally to us, and the kids wear their Christmas pyjamas and their wellies and their coats, hats and gloves. And again, it's just something different, but it's time we chat. We sometimes, it's corny, but we sing like Christmas songs. Me and Daisy are very that way inclined. We're like basically the same person. It's nice. The dog gets a bit of joy out of it as well. I've done the snow one already. I forgot to put that down. And then the final one is it's Christmas Eve. He's nearly here. Let's go out for a meal and lay things out for Father Christmas. So I can read my writing then. And that is the last one. And we always have a tradition where we go out for a meal. We save up our Tesco club card vouchers and we go to Pizza Express because you can use them there. So in a way that is technically like a free meal, but it's just something that we do every year. Mark kind of came up with that as a way of like, you know, having a treat but also doing it more cost effectively, and so we've been doing that for years now. And that is our Christmas calendar. So as I said before, take from it what you will. I hope that it was useful for anyone that's wanting to start one, because I have had a few requests. And if you've got any suggestions for the ham day one that I can't do, let me know, because I'm gonna need a backup plan. And that's the only thing. Videos like this will be useful for you because you can take my ideas and use them, but then I'm thinking, God, I think I'm out. I'm fresh out of ideas. So if you have any suggestion, ideally something that would be a little bit cheaper. One thing that we do sometimes is we have a Christmas disco in the kitchen. So maybe I could add that on actually. Maybe I could do that for the day that they finish school. Yeah, because they break up on the 21st, and I could do a little Christmas disco, play Christmas music, get my disco light out, which I have for like birthday parties and special events anyway. And then we could do like some Christmas buffet food. I think I've solved my own problem, guys, but I'm going to use one of these leftover ones, add some twine, get creating, and hopefully the kids really enjoy it, and hopefully you've enjoyed this video too. So thank you so much for watching. Well done if you lasted that long, because I know it was a long one, and I really hope it helps. And yeah, Merry Christmas, and I will see you all very soon.